Hi, welcome to Scape Aqua. This will be the first video of the first series I've uploaded to YouTube. I learned so much from filming this, I decided to start a channel to share my aquatic experiments with you while learning about filming, editing, social media and YouTube. I like the movie Avatar and especially the area of the fictitious alien planet that has islands that seem to hover around in mid-air. Although I would love to do something with that idea, I don't like things actually floating around in the tank and I do not like things hanging from wires, from a maintenance perspective of course. So I came up with this way of building floating aquascapes by watching YouTube content on marine systems. Reef people sometimes use what they call frag racks, basically a plexiglass mount hung on the glass by a suspender, a magnet or a suction cup. They put their corals and anemones on little pots that fit in the frag rack. I'm sure the booze people will like that idea as well, because you can label the little pots and therefore store information about the dozens of species you may have. Let's move on to part 1 of floating aquascapes, where I show how I manufacture the mount and the hardscape. Welcome to Scape Aqua. In this episode we'll talk about floating aquascapes. This is a floating aquascape. If you're interested in floating aquascape, hang on and check out this video. We're going to use regular kitchen household materials for this scape. What you need is an oven, a piece of plexiglass, a ruler, a cutting board, a marker and a sharp knife. As a mount for the aquascape, we'll use a piece of plexiglass. Simply decide how big you want your plexiglass to be. Draw a line with the ruler and then just start cutting away with the knife. Time and time again. If you have to do this 20 times, then you have to do it 20 times. The point is to make the plexiglass thin, so it can be broken. Once you're done, cutting about 20 times on one side, turn the piece of plexiglass around, carefully trace the cut line with the marker, and start cutting again with the knife. When you're done cutting, you'll have two deep incisions on either side of the plexiglass. Now place the plexiglass on a table's edge and push down hard. Be careful because it can snap suddenly. The next step is to bend the plexiglass. For this you need an oven. Just a normal oven will do. We're going to set the temperature to 160 degrees because that is the temperature that plexiglass melts. Don't leave it on too long. When taking the plexiglass out of the oven, be careful because it's very hot. Place the plexiglass on a box or some sort of sharp edge and bend it down before it cools down. When drilling, make sure under the drill is nothing of value or even nothing at all. I like to use a drill with a center point to avoid sliding off the plexiglass. We're going to attach some spider wood to the plexiglass using black tie wraps. Push the tie wrap through the holes around the wood and back through another hole and attach it. Okay. All of the remaining visible plexiglass and tie wraps and other things that you want to conceal, we will conceal using mosses and plants. After tightening them, cut the tie wraps to size. Make sure you see as less as possible of the tie wrap and the plexiglass from the front view side. So, now we're done with this part. You can move on to the next parts of the series on floating aquascapes. It's about preparing plants, placing them on the hardscape by using glue.